Hello, in this video we are going to discuss the Leetcode problem number 977, squares of a sorted array. In this problem they will give you an array as input, right? You need to return an array where you need to find every element square, like minus 4 square is 16. Same way 1 square is 1, then 0, then 9, 100. You need to find all the elements square, but you need to return this array in sorted order, right? You need to return this array in sorted order. So 0, 1, 9. You need to return this array in ascending order, 9, 16, 100. Your answer should be in this way. Okay. The logic of the problem is we just we have an array. So this array contains both negative and non-negative values, and all the values are already sorted. We have this type of data with us. So to solve this problem we have two pointer approach, right? We take two pointer approach for this problem. First step, we need to find the negative index, and we need to find the positive index of the array, because this array have both negative and non-negative values. So we need to find out the positive and the negative values, right? For example, if this is negative index, this is positive index, right? This will be the positive index. These two are negative index. Then we need to just compare. If we create a new array and we just square this value and compare with the positive index value, whatever it is low, we just place that, right? If 0 is lower, we put 0. If 1 is lower, we put 1. Then we search for another element. 3 is lower, so we put 9. The same way 4 is lower, we put 16. Then 100. We just find two pointers. Then we need to traverse this array in both ways. In positive way and negative way. We just compare those values using some mathematical operation, and we just fill our new array. Let's move to the coding part. First of all, we need to find the index position, where the positive index is present, where the negative index is present. So first I create positive index. Positive index as 0, then I create a loop. How we can find out the positive value? We need to check nums of positive index, right? Positive index must be less than 0, then only it will stop here, right? Then also we don't need to bound the array limit. So for that positive index must not greater than what? Array's length, right? If that kind of element present, we just add our increment. We just increment our positive index, right? Yeah. at the end of this array we are in the position of this, right? We have minus 4, we incremented minus 1, so we incremented, we are at the position. We find out the positive index position where 0 is started. This is positive index. The same way we need to find the negative index. Negative index is just what? We are here, right? Positive index is here, 3, third element. Where is the negative element? Just minus 1, right? That is negative's upper boundary. This is positive. When we subtract 1, we get negative, right? So just subtract positive index minus 1. Our negative index at value 2, our positive index at value 3, right? This is the lower value we have, this is the higher value we have in the index position. Then I create another array for return purpose. Result array, this type of integer. What is the limit? Same limit, so I just pass the length we created. We need to use some index, right, to fill this array. We need to fill this array, so we need to some index 0. So then I create another loop. Here the mathematical logic is represented. When we just care about the boundaries, we are at the negative index upper boundary, so negative index must not be less than 0, right? It can be 2 or 3, but its lower boundary is 0. So we don't need to exit that. Then the same way positive index is what? Just length. We don't need to cross the length. If this condition satisfies, we move. What? If nums of positive index, we are just comparing. Nums of positive index, we are just square root, taking square root. If positive index square root is greater than the what? Negative index square value, we just compare positive with the negative. If this condition satisfies, what is the lesser value? Positive index is greater, so negative is the lesser value. We need to fill our result array index plus plus, we incremented. We need to, what is smaller? Negative. So nums of, we need to fill the square root value. So I just copy this and paste over here. Then we need to positive index at here, so we need to increment to here. So where it is, positive index plus plus. The same way, if that is not satisfied, we just what? The result, we need to update the negative index value, right? Square root of negative index value, right? Positive index value. If positive index is smaller, we just add the okay, sorry, here there is a mistake because we are dealing with negative index. So negative index minus minus, we are at the upper boundary, so we need to reach the 0, right? This array is already started, so we need to reach the 0. But here what we need to do, here we enter positive index value, so we incremented positive index plus plus, we are moving to the end of the array in positive. In certain point of time, what will happen, these positive index values are all covered, right? In some examples or some test cases, we just all the negative all the positive values are less, this will comes to the end, right? At the end, if we satisfy this condition, this will terminate the loop. So we have some negative elements. At the same time, if we cover all the negative elements, the loop get terminated. So we have some remaining positive values. So we need to tackle that situation. So for that, if negative index is, if some negative elements are present, sorry, if some negative elements are present, we are just what doing, we just square root and update those things, right? At the same way, we need to check for the positive index. What is the condition? Positive index is, we need to greater than length. If this is happen, what do you need to? We just make. Now the all the elements are covered. Now we just return the what result array. Result array. I will run the code. Sorry. Cancel what? It's positive index. What is missing? Oh, some spelling mistake. Cannot find POSIT. Where it is line 8. Somewhere, sorry for all the spelling mistakes. Why I make this? Sorry, I made a mistake here. We need to increment the index position. Same, we need to increment the index position. I run the code. It is accepted, and let me submit the code. Yeah, it's also successful. Thank you for watching.